welcome back to my channel. Today I am very cozy in my reading chair. I feel like I haven't filmed actually sitting in the reading chair in quite some time. I'm normally like sitting on the floor in front of it, but in real life I actually get my money's worth out of this baby right here. And it is, I want to say, probably like 7:30, 7:45 on a weeknight. So this is how I like to spend my evenings. I know a lot of people or arguably more productive people get up like before the sun comes up and they get their reading done or start their day with reading, because like you're starting the day with something that you enjoy and something that you're looking forward to, something that is just for you, like your you time. Like this would be like my needed time. But I am the very opposite of a morning person, like very opposite. So I don't even, reading is not going to get me bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to get up at 4:30 in the morning, which is what time I would have to get up, because I already wake up at like 5:30. So what's 30 minutes of reading? Like for me, that's, I need more. But anyways, so I spend my evenings reading, right? So after I get the house down, I get my meal done, like I get out of my work clothes, I get my comfy clothes on. Today I have some tea. I am drinking out of my Winnie the Pooh mug. I have a Winnie the Pooh mug collection, if you guys don't know, and this is one of my newer ones. I've gotten this one maybe, I want to say maybe like 3 months ago. I think I got it from TJ Maxx, and it's super cute. Like I have some that have his face on it, but like this is his actual head and I can like drink between his ears. It's super cute. And all I have in here is some Bigelow vanilla chamomile tea with honey, like in the tea pack. I didn't put any actual honey in it. I'm trying to like restrict my sugar intake. I know honey is, there's like this myth that like it's better for you, and it could be, but like it's still heck of sugar in there, and I have a ginormous sweet tooth, so I am just drinking it straight, no sweetener, no anything like that. And it's still pretty well like flavored or whatever. I like that combination. Okay, so I am currently reading two books here. I don't know if you can see. So first one is The Grimoire Grammar School Parent-Teacher Association by Caitlin Rozakis. I picked this one up from Barnes & Noble not too long ago because, and I went in there specifically for like cozy reads, and this is one of the ones that ended up making it home with me. And it is about, and I talked about this in my shopping vlog, my Barnes & Noble shopping vlog, but this one is about a little girl. She gets like bitten by a werewolf and she gets turned into a werewolf. The little girl is 5, and now her parents have like integrated themselves and their family into this like supernatural society in order for the little girl to go to school with like kids of her kind or supernatural kind or whatever, and they're just trying to like navigate their new normal, and it's kind of, it's funny. So the back blurb at the top says Harry Potter meets Gilmore Girls. Seriously, what's not to like? And you know what, I'm actually getting that vibe. I am on page 118. The chapters are kind of long, which is not my favorite. But, and also I was listening to this on my commute to work and on my Libby app, and it literally, not Libby, it was a Hoopla through my library, and, or the library where I used to live in Texas. I still own a home there, but so I can re-up the library card. But the point is that it kicked me off of the Hoopla. Okay, they were like, oop, something's wrong with your account. And of course I'm driving, I can't fumble through my wallet and find my library card and put that in there. Like, so I did not get an opportunity to like listen to this at all today. So I'm going to pick this back up and like read it with my eyes for a little bit, at least till I finish this chapter. But I am enjoying it. It is pretty funny. It is definitely a cozy fantasy, like low stakes. I think the premise is like the little girl has to like kind of sing for her supper, if you will, as far as being able to stay in the school that she's gotten the scholarship to from the family member of the wolf who bit her. So I mean, it's just silly. It's really, really silly. Oh, and then if you guys are wondering, my bookmark, oh sugar, of course. What page I said I was on, girl? 118. There we go. I literally just yanked it right out of the book. My bookmark is my favorite style. It is like the chain bookmark, and I have this little flower. It's not really spooky. I don't have a ton of like fall time bookmarks, and if I do, they're not opened yet, and these bookmarks are kind of annoying to open, so I haven't opened the one that has like a stack of books and like a little coffee cup on there. That would go really, really nice with the vibes, but this is just like a pretty little flower, and the dingle dongle says, what does it say? Find beauty. So there's that. And then the second book that I'm reading, I just started reading this one today. It is called The Great Man by Kyra Davis Laurie. This is the book that I picked in my last video, which is my bookshelf scavenger hunt. This is a book that ended up getting picked, so I started reading this today. I am on chapter 2. I have I'm on page 14. And it is going well. I mean, I've literally read nothing so far, but so far it is interesting. Like, it has my interest. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what's going on. So far, just the main character, his name is Charlie. He is just coming back from the war. He runs into his cousin, and she invites him to her home with her husband and their son. And they're just having a conversation. The husband so far is very hoity-toity and like off-putting, looking down his nose at this veteran who just came back from the war. Like, he says something to the lines of like, let's see if you like actually have anything in that brain, or are you just good for working with your hands? Like, excuse me? Like, and he's like, have you gone to school? Like, just like looking down his nose at this guy. Like, and he's 25, okay, which is like 12, and you're looking at, but honestly, like, this is what, the 1945, so I guess they're expecting a lot out of a 25-year-old. Like, you should have like him, a wife and kid, and like a mansion type deal, but like, he's literally serving the country and protecting your freedoms. But go off. I don't like the husband so far. Okay, granted, I'm only on page 14, 15, but that's all I'm getting so far. The cousin seems cool. His cousin seems cool. But yeah, that's literally it. I really don't have much to go off of so far. All I know, this is a Great Gatsby retelling, and the main character, Charlie, seems to be kind of in awe that like he was at war and he's fighting in Germany and things like that, and he comes back and like his cousin has like glowed up to him, and like she drives a Lincoln Town car, and they're like driving through this really nice neighborhood, and he's like, what is going on? Like, are people living like this now? That's crazy. And he's just like kind of taken aback in like a really good way. So it's really nice. I like reading stories, historical fiction about Black affluent families. Like, I love to see that, because a lot of times historical fiction, the historical fiction that I read rather, it's like Jim Crow South, it's, you know, enslaved person narrative, and those are important and they're are valuable as well, but like that's why a lot of us who read historical fiction don't read it like back to back to back to back, because it gets heavy and it hurts and it's painful, and that's not something necessarily to like shy away from at all, but like, is that what you want to immerse yourself in given today's times, given the way your life and society and the culture and the climate and the times and the safety or lack thereof, like all of that, given the way the world is today right now as it is, do you want to go and escape into a historical fiction where yes, yeah, you might feel seen, you might see, you know, okay, how far we have come, but like, and I like a good sad book as well, but I don't read those over and over, back to back to back to back. I don't want to be crying my eyes out. I don't want to be ripping my heart and soul out every time I pick up a book. Like, that's really, I can't do it. So I like the fact that I get to stay in the historical fiction genre and still see some brightness, and still see like some positivity, still see that like there is diversity, beauty in the Black experience, even in the 1940s. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I don't know which one I'm going to read first. I think I'm going to finish up this one, the chapter that I'm on in this one, because I really want to get deeper into the Great Man. So let's get into it. All right, I went ahead and I finished the chapter that I was currently reading in the Grimoire Grammar School Parent Teacher Association. It's a long name. It's something wild popped off in there. I think it's in real life. Granted, it's a fantasy, it's supernatural, whatever. So like, take real life with a grain of salt. But in real life, if what had popped off in here had popped off for me, I would be very unwell and I would be running for the freaking hills, because what are you saying right now? Like, these kids are doing a talent show, and and all the kids have like powers, superpowers or whatever. And one of the kids gets up there and says she's gonna do something, and the human mom in here is like, girl, what? And normally, like, other people have been doing like fireballs and, you know, all types of stuff, and she's like kind of intrigued by everything, right? Because she's just a mere old human. But she's been trying to gauge her reactions based upon everybody else's like oohs and ahs and stuff like that, or like their discomfort. So when the girl gets on stage and says she's gonna do the thing, she's like, huh? Like, what'd you say you're gonna do? And all the other parents, the other like magical parents, are doing the same thing. They're having the same reaction. She's like, okay, so this isn't normal. So the girl gets up there, she does the thing, and wreaks havoc nonetheless. But she does the thing, and they end up having a way to move through what the girl does, but I don't know if that I will ever feel okay and comfortable and normal and like, yeah, this is my life now, like being in the situation. Like I don't know, but I don't know. It's going pretty well. I'm about a third of the way through. Like I said, I really don't know where this book is going. I didn't too much read the back. I stopped after Harry Potter Meets Gilmore Girls. Like it seemed really cute. Like, it's not gonna scare me. It's not like a super crazy magic system so far. Like, I'm liking it. Okay, so I'm done with that for now. I made it to, I don't know if I said, I made it to page 129, chapter 7. right there. So now I am going to go ahead and read a little bit of The Great Man. I'm on chapter 2. I'm gonna go ahead and finish chapter 2, and then I'll probably read chapter 3. Yeah, I'll read chapter 3. We'll see how I'm feeling after that, if I want to read chapter 4. Chapter 4 seems to be a little bit longer than the first 2 chapters. So I'm gonna read this one. Oh, and my bookmark for this one, oh no, is this little butterfly. I don't know if you can see. Oh geez. This little butterfly. And you can like clip it on the page. I'll show you guys. I think it's really pretty, but it can be like pretty delicate, so I try not to do just one page. I try to clip like a whole chapter if the chapters are pretty small, but I'll clip it in the page like that. That's one side, and then the other side looks like that. But yep, I'm just gonna sit here and read The Great Man. Alright, so it is the next day and I am still cozy vibing in the evening. I want to say it's probably like 8:30 or 9. It's probably like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And I have just been sitting here in my reading chair reading The Great Man by Kyra Davis Laurie, and I just got to chapter 12. I'm on page 100. Perfect. And I just like slipped my little butterfly like in here, just stuck it in there because I was being lazy because I want to come in and update you guys. I'm just this much done with the book, but I don't remember The Great Gatsby at all. I read Great Gatsby so long ago, it's not even funny. I don't remember a single detail other than Gatsby was rich and he had parties. James Mann from this book is rich and he has parties, or he's presenting his rich. Like, he's very mysterious, and like there's so many like rumors going on about him and like assumptions, and people are saying, oh, Mr. Man, or the Reaper is what they call him, but like nobody has really explained why they call him the Reaper. But he doesn't like to be called the Reaper, and he gets like really offended if someone like mentions that or whatever, and he gets like really serious. But he's, I don't know, I as a reader am very intrigued by Mr. Man, because he is someone who is very inquisitive. He's very inquisitive, almost to the point of like being pushy and being nosy, and like, what is your motive here? Like, I'm suspicious, right? But then when you start asking him questions, he kind of gets offended, and like, you know, oh, I'm just trying to be nice. Like, I'm just trying to make a friend. You're my friend, right? Like, it's giving manipulation. Like, I don't, and I feel kind of silly because I'm like, is this the way Gatsby was in the book, like the original book? But I think at this time I'm going to stop comparing it to Gatsby. I know that's kind of like literally what it says in the front. It says, in its poignant retelling of the Great Gatsby. So like, I don't want to keep like comparing that book with this one, because this is like this author's debut novel, and like this is her brainchild. Yes, it's inspired by that, and there's an author's note that talks about the inspiration of this book from the Great Gatsby, but I kind of wanted to like stand on its own, so I'm gonna stop like comparing it to the Great Gatsby, especially since I don't remember anything. But I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of Mr. Man, and like, so is the main character, Charlie. He's like, why are you being so nice to me? Like, you don't normally talk to people like all night long. Like, you've known me for 3 days, and you're buying me clothes and like offering me all of these kind things. Like, what is up here, sir? And he's like, I don't have any friends, you know. And I kind of like, I get it. Because if people have built up without talking to him, right? They're so scared to talk to him. He's so intimidating. He's so this. If people are so intimidated or scared to talk to you, or, you know, they've committed to this narrative that they've made up in their head about you, but wouldn't dare ask you to your face, right? And, or they feel like you are, like you would just never make friends with them for whatever reason. In his case, because he has so much money, and because he just seems to have it all, right? Like, why would this guy want to be my friend? How could I talk to this guy, right? And he probably, I'm just making up something here, right? I'm only on page 100. James Man is probably like, hey, this guy is new in town, which he is, Charlie. I'm new in town. Nobody's really gotten to know me. I want to try to get to know this guy, because I don't want him to feel how I feel and, you know, be the new guy in town and people making up all these stories about me. And I'm just trying to make a friend. Now, is the way to make a friend to like, I won't say he's like going out of his way with his money, but it's just, if he has it, if he's a millionaire, he's a billionaire, right? Like, it's nothing to him, you know what I mean? To like buy him new clothes, because the guy is walking around in his uniform, like his fancy like dress uniform from the war, right? Because he doesn't have any other clothes. And James notices this, and he's like, hey, like, maybe I can buy you a couple of shirts or something. And he's like, man, I don't need no handouts. And he's like, dude, like, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm reading between the lines. Like, you don't like to talk about the war, but you're still wearing these war clothes all the time because this is the nicest thing you have. So like, I'm not trying to blow your cover here or anything like that. Just let me help you out, man. Like, I consider you a friend. And I get it. Like, and I just read a scene where Charlie kind of like calls him out on another one of his niceties, and he's like, dude, why are you doing this stuff for me? And he's just like, it was giving lonely. Like, let me see if I can pull it up. He's like, Charlie goes, we met a few days ago, and now on top of all the clothes, you want to help me with housing? Don't mean to sound suspicious, but why? He blanches and takes a long drink from his glass. I don't have many friends. I'm not sure why that is. And that just like hit me, because dude, I'm just trying to, I don't have many friends. I don't know how to be a friend. I see a need. or I perceive a need that you have. I have the means to help you. I think this is what friends do, and this is what I'm trying to do, and like, you don't think I'm being genuine. Now, is he being, I don't know, okay? I'm on page 100. But I'm putting myself in James Man's shoes, and I'm just like, and he kind of shuts down after this as well. He's like, later Charlie goes, look, I was out of line. You never asked me for anything. And James goes, I haven't. It's been a while since I've been able to sit down and have a nice conversation with someone. Perhaps every relationship has some transactional elements, but I do value your friendship just for what it is. And like, he just like kind of shuts down at the end. By the end of the chapter, like, it's kind of ending here, so this is like, I'm reading over here. By the end, like, they share a little giggle about something, but that's kind of sad, man. Like, I didn't, it's kind of sad. And I have a soft spot in my heart for like lonely, sad people, or people who have a difficult time like making friends. Like, I had a difficult time making friends growing up. Like, as an adult, like, making new friends, that's dead. That's so dead. But like, growing up, I had a difficult time making friends. And like, to see, when I see that, when I see people in books have a difficult time making friends or keeping friends or trusting people or like fitting in or feeling seen, like, because they have like this quirkiness, like all of that stuff, like, that hits my little soul. And like, I could cry. Y'all know me, I cry at everything. But like, I am empathizing with James Man. I don't imagine he's a villain or anything like that. I could be wrong, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, this is my update for the book right now. I do like Charlie. He seems to be the only realist so far in this book. Everyone seems to be like living in La La Land and like, oh, everything will be fine, it'll be fine. Yes, we're in California, but it's the 1940s? Yeah, 1945. We are not safe. Everyone keeps saying we're safe. We're not safe. Someone mentions like, LA has never had a riot and like, we're in the safest part of the country. Okay. Like, they're so like naive, and like, they're so far removed from everything else that's happening in America. Like, this is its own like slice of the country. And like, Charlie, who's coming back from the war, he's like, what planet are you all living on? Like, this is not, I understand you guys have like a segment of the neighborhood and you guys are doing really well financially or whatever with your careers and your family and your prestige and your accolades and stuff. Like, this is a great place to be. It's beautiful. But I don't think Charlie thinks it's representative of America. I don't think Charlie thinks that their experience is representative of the Black experience. And the way that so many people, I think he counted like 3 or 4 people once said like, everything's gonna be fine, you're safe here, like, it's okay. He's like, you guys are Delulu. You're actually Delulu, because I just came back from fighting this war. I just 2 weeks ago had an encounter with some white boys who stomped my teeth in, like, and y'all are telling me I'm safe here when I was literally fighting for my life. I understand both main characters, Charlie and James Man, but I don't know where this is going. This is reading like literary fiction, but I'm really enjoying it. And I don't really like lit fic, but it's reading like literary fiction because I am so intrigued by the characters. I'm intrigued by all the characters. They have some side characters, his cousin's husband, his like lady interest Anna. He like has a super crush on her, but it's so cute like how he's like overthinking, well, I won't say overthinking, but he's trying to be respectful of her and like trying not to jump to assumptions when she says like little cheeky comments and stuff, because I can understand how his mind would go somewhere initially, because like they're at the party at Gatsby at James Mann's party, and she's like, do you want to go get into some trouble? And he's like, what type of trouble are you talking about? And then she's like, well, let's just go like look in the rooms and, you know, see what's in the rooms and stuff. And he's like, why would we be looking in the rooms? Like he's trying not to like immediately go there. And it is like, it's comedic, but it's refreshing that he's not like, yeah, come on girl, let's go see, you know, like relax. I'm really liking it. I can definitely see this being like at least a 4-star so far, because I don't want to put it down. It's just the fact that it's nighttime. You can hear in my voice, I'm a little raspy. I'm ready to use the sleep. And you know, put my hair up and get in that bed because it is calling me. But I am really enjoying this. Yeah, I'll give you guys an update again tomorrow in the evening. This is fall. This is like autumn time read for me. But like, it's not spooky at all. It's mysterious. I would not call it a thriller. I wouldn't call it a mystery, even though I said it's mysterious. It's definitely literary fiction. It's historical fiction. But it's still giving like October, November. Does that make sense? Probably not. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Okay, friends. So it is evening time. Well, it's afternoon time. Not quite evening, but I'm in my cozy, you know, attire. I got my glasses on. I have sweatpants. I got my sweatshirt. It's as cozy as it's going to get for tonight. And I want to close out the vlog and tell you my thoughts on the books that I have been reading throughout this vlog. So I told you guys I was reading the Grimoire School Parent Teacher Association by Caitlin Rozakis. I don't think I've read too much more. I'm on chapter 7. I don't remember where I told you guys I left off at, but I am about a third through this book, and I was telling the folks at my physical therapy about this, and everyone was like, what's the name of the book? I need to read it, like da, 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 da. Like, because I think because of the blurb, Harry Potter meets Gilmore Girls, and like I said, it was like funny with the, you know, the werewolf and like the cheeky teacher and everything like that, with the cheeky parent teacher association type of deal. It just seems like really cozy, definitely fitting for the season. As of right now, I do recommend it. It's low stakes, no stakes, as far as like getting like your heart palpitating or like being stressed or like worried about something, you know what I mean? Like the biggest conflict is like, is their kid gonna get to go to like the nicer school, or like is she gonna have to have like a little bit more of like, I don't know, a social uphill battle, if you will, or will the parents have a little bit more of a social uphill battle to go through? That's really it so far anyways. But yeah, I think it's cute. I'm feeling like it's giving like 3-star, but like I said, I haven't finished reading it yet, but it's really just turn your brain off. That is a turn your brain off type book. And then I've also been reading The Great Man. This is really taking over my like reading bandwidth over the other book. I am on chapter 28, page 215. So I have about this much left in the book. I definitely probably won't finish it tonight. I'll probably finish tomorrow. But my thoughts have not changed. My feelings have not changed. I am still very much liking it. I still find James Mann, to be like pretty mysterious. A couple of the characters in this book, however, do have like their heads in the clouds, and that is what the main character Charlie is really getting at. He's like, what is going on here? Like, why you guys where's your thought process? Like, how did you come to this conclusion? Like, how do you have these beliefs? Like, how are you okay with this? Or, you know what I mean? Like, me and Charlie, okay, we're here because I understand, like, he's from like the real world, and like I feel like these people are on like a planet of their entire own. But nonetheless, I am liking it. there right now I'm at the point in the story where there is like kind of like the big turning point or whatever. I haven't read it yet. It's literally, well, I think it says it's the day before, one day before the situation happens. So it's getting close, you guys. So I'm coming up to the climax, so I'm sure that's going to be a page turner, and I'm really interested to see how it turns out. I know someone is going to be revealed as an op. I don't have any suspicions as to who the op is, unless it's like an obvious op, you know what I mean? Or like there's like this plan that has been brewing or something. Then I'm kind of interested to see that. But I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this book, and I'm shocked because it's lit big. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm not gonna finish it in this vlog because I need to get this video up. So unfortunately, you guys will not get to see my final thoughts, but I'm not disappointed or like let down or frustrated by the characters. You know, like, I hate insufferable characters. There are no insufferable characters on here. There are some like those kind of characters, but there's not there's not anyone who makes me want to actually throw the book across the room like there have been in some of the other books that I've read recently. So yeah, I feel like there is nothing that might happen that will like make this dip down to like a 2-star or anything like that. So far, as of closing out this video, I very much like this. If you want my final thoughts, you can see my Goodreads. It's always linked down below. Well, Goodreads, Fable, and Storygraph is always linked down below in the description box. If you want my official rating, I haven't been keeping up the best with putting reviews, but since I did a reading vlog on this one, I will try to do an update on this for you guys whenever I finish it. Otherwise, I will have in my reading wrap up at the end of the month, or probably the beginning of next month. I will have my review in the 3 words or less, or 3 phrases or less type style for this book and this book, if you guys are interested. It will be after spooky season for this one, but I mean, there's probably always time and space to read a cozy fantasy. So don't let that deter you if it ends up being after Halloween. But yes, I think I am done there. If you want to talk about either of these books that I've read, leave your comments down below and we can chit chat. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching my cozy evening reading vlogs. I love this vibe, y'all. I love this vibe over like getting up at 4 in the morning, which is like I said, that's what I would have to do. I very much enjoy like a cozy 7:30, 8:30 reading sesh. That's me. So if you guys like a cozy evening reading vlog, give the video a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more in the future, because I definitely would do more. This is literally me on a daily basis. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so before moving on. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.